All right, this is Mr. Loya. It's 2 o'clock for my Monday live session. I'm going to give it a few minutes before starting, see if any of my students show up. Again, this is Mr. Loya. I signed in and set up my session for 2 o'clock p.m. I recently did the email invite for the live session. And it was posted on my stream as well as classwork. All right, guys, it's Mr. Loya. I'm going to go ahead and start my session. It's exactly 2. I have 2:03 on my phone, and it's like 2:02 p.m. on my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of the items that I recently modified just a tad bit, just to give uh, the course classwork a little bit more organization. So this particular assignment, it's assigned #001 mandatory verify address due Monday. So it says, please be advised, we must obtain proof of residency from all students, adults, and minors. Examples of proof of residency. You may submit a screenshot of a lease agreement, mortgage statement, utility bill, bank statement, driver's license, insurance card. Now, as long as it has your name and verifies your address, that should give you some kind of an idea as to what you can submit for credit. It doesn't have to be each and every one of these. It is simply one of the following, which verifies your address. You can take a screenshot of it and submit this as one assignment complete. Okay? As it states right here, submit a photo or scanned item to the classroom as soon as possible. Thank you. Now, just for if in the event you're not able to upload a photo to the classroom, you may email it to me if needed. But I'd like to have everything situated in one location. All right. Assignment #002 mandatory CTS questionnaire. Guys, this is a vital, very important assignment for your career plan. It does have simplified instructions as to what you need to do. Do not, I repeat, do not leave this blank. Make sure that you fill this out thoroughly. If you have any questions, we can utilize the office hours after this live session for question and answers. This could be one of the topics that we discuss. So I'll go over this. It says, please open up with Adobe application. Use fill and sign to modify the document with your answers. Make sure to do the e-signatures and answer each item. Do not leave any question blank. You will need to ask for your individual CTS provider information if not provided. On that particular note, I emailed everyone their CTS information along with other information related to your one. It's going to have your CTS. It's going to have your CTR grad 90, the CTR / work-based learning supervisor, as well as CTS supervisor and manager. One of the things I will suggest is to answer everything as complete as possible before doing any signatures. Okay, and I repeat, before you do signatures, answer everything first, and then come back and do your e-signatures, and then save, and then you'll be able to what is it called? You'll be able to upload that document that you saved to the classroom. All right, assignment #003 mandatory grad 90 presentation. Okay, this is a extremely important assignment. One, because it records all your data for accountability issues. What I'll say about that is, if for some reason you mix up your plans, or someone doesn't document your plans accordingly, and for whatever reason we have to come back to this PowerPoint to verify, well, this would verify that you had secured the option of applying to second trade, applying to advanced trade, applying to work-based learning, whatever it might be. It will verify that. And again, this is kind of like an accountability type assignment for your career path. So I advise you to take extreme caution with it, and I advise you to be extremely thorough with it because it will help you gain access to a graduation date. It'll give you access to the possibility of doing advanced training, a second trade, work-based learning, or if you need help finding a job, this will help secure that particular resource. So bear that in mind. All right. All right. The next item I'm going to cover is hashtag 005 CTS Magic Guide. Okay. So in this particular assignment, we ask that you read the document to find out who your CTS provider is and what resources are provided. Mark that you completed once done. If you have any questions, please ask during the office hours Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday at 2 p.m. all 3 days. And then on Thursday, which I need to add to this, it would be at 2 o'clock again. So let's see. So if you noticed, I've basically put all the assignments in numerical order. So if you see hashtag 006, hashtag 007, 008, 009, you'll know which order to complete assignments. So I guess with that being noted, I do want to, I guess I'll start off with the questionnaire and give a little bit of information on this. Or I tell you what, I think it would be wise to do the guide first. All right, so the first document or assignment I'm going to be going into thoroughly will be the Magic Guide. It does state, dear Job Corps students, congratulations. If you're reading this guide, it means that you're ready to start your magic search. This is a big step towards meeting your goals and becoming independent. We hope you have achieved every goal you set when enrolled in Job Corps. As you know, there is a team of professionals called Career Transition Services Providers that are located across the nation, waiting to assist you in your next steps to be successful in life after Job Corps. One of the biggest responsibilities is your CTS team is tasked with is developing employers and resources that will help you achieve your goals. After Job Corps, we screen these employers' resources carefully to ensure we're referring our students to partners that are familiar with the program and committed to not only hiring you, but also supporting you as you re-enter the workforce, school, or military. This guide should help you find employers and resources in your area to get your transition plan off to a great start. Please click the appropriate hyperlinks to see developed employers and resources in your area. If you have any questions, please reach out to your CTR, CTS provider for assistance. Best wishes, your transition team. All right, so a quick overview of this. Your goal is going to be either military, advanced training, job, trade, match, apprenticeship, college. So it says, read on below to get more information on each to help decide which direction you are going to go. Remember, more than one plan is not a bad idea. Use this time to research all your options and create a plan A, plan B, and even C. Now, notice this information that they're discussing right now is also important information to think about um, prior to engaging your Grad 90 presentation. Because in the Grad 90 presentation, you're going to discuss the A, B, and C plans, uh, kind of like backup plans. So just bear that in mind. So note the hyperlinks right here. Um, Magic is an essential part of, excuse me, military is part of the overall perspective of Magic. If you noticed here, you click on that. And it takes you to the Army section, goarmy.com. It takes you to that area. So you can go through and, see general information for the direction you want to take with that particular branch. Okay. All right. And it does state here for ASVAB prep and testing, please contact Ms. Clemens, Goana, or Kia, Miss Kia, as she goes by in the classroom at jobcorps.org. It also gives you a link for additional resources, March to Success. Next item is advanced training. If you decide to continue Job Corps in this area, I would suggest that we discuss and go over the application, possibly like on a Friday, so that way I can kind of help you go over what the essential criteria for the training is. And it looks like it does give you a link for training options. Okay. So it looks like we need to address that. But if you are interested in the application, going over it with me, I would like to do that before we send anything to Ms. Cheatham. Okay. So just so that way you have everything in line, you know what kind of questions you want to ask her. All right, the next section, job trade match. I know with these particular hyperlinks, if you do click on some of them, they do populate with directions. Let's see. I'm going to click on this machining one. All right, here we go. So if you notice, I'm going to click on, not welding. All right, I clicked on Houston. Thought this was machining, but okay. So with this particular item, it gives you the directions for either welder or machinist trade job. There's fabrication shop helper, tells the address, that says the starting pay. Let's see, the requirements. Gives you benefit information. Tells you how to apply. Gives you the name, telephone number, and email. So I know moving forward, you're going to have questions on how the specific team has been assisting students with job placement. Here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and go over this one more time. We'll start from the beginning. So I clicked on this one right here, either welding or machining in the Houston area. Clicked on that. And then let me go ahead and close that. So I believe I clicked on the Houston either welding or machinist option. And then I did this one right here, the Houston Weld G PDF. And as I said, it gives you the name, the area, the position. It's not the exact one that I did before, but essentially it gives you all the information that you need. Company number to call, the person to speak with. These are our job leads. These are the partnerships that our school has set up for our students. And if you get an option to, or you get the time frame to go through each and every one of these sections, I suggest it because their job is waiting for you. Now, if in the event you have any other questions regarding this, I just basically gave you the step-by-step process on how to access this information. So I would suggest, either going through it and recording the data that you need, or asking for the more clarification or specifics related to some of these individual jobs that you might be interested in. Okay. All right. Let's see. I think I just. Here, just close myself out. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Next section is the apprenticeship. It says interested in apprenticeship, please click the links below for more information on apprenticeships in your area. Let's see. Just like those links don't go yet. Oh, well, it does have the link right here, apprenticeship.gov, for even more opportunities. Let's see, college. For a love of learning and want to pursue a degree, discovered a love of learning. There are no links right here except for these three. It gives you the FAFSA or financial aid assistance link, college choice link. I believe this one. This one gives you information on how to choose the right school. And then this last one is again about student financial aid. Completing the form is free. Fill it out here. Let's see. All right. And, okay, so the last one. Okay, so the how to apply takes you directly to the application, the sign up area, and the FAFSA assistance is it's like the help site. That's probably the best way to say that one. All right. Let's see. So the last page about the Magic Guide, it says, we hope you found it useful in planning your next steps for success. If you are setting up interviews for PDOF, please let your grad and ID coordinator know which employers you have scheduled interviews with. And remember, if you decide you're going to do that PDOF and not come back, you have to have 2 verifiable interviews, 1 for each week, because you'll be out on PDOF leave for 2 weeks. And then, let's see, 8 other applications that you're possibly going to follow up on. All right, so in total should be 10. 2 verifiable interviews, um, and then the rest, the following 8, would be applications that you processed with companies. So keep that in mind. Let's see. So it does say have prepared clean copies of your resume, certifications, identification. Please review interviewing tips and contact your CTS provider for further details so that you can prepare to land the job. Certainly want to always keep your grad 90 coordinator in the loop, whether it's Miss Cheatham or Miss Chapa, as well as your individual CTS provider. Okay. And noted at the bottom, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to CTR Supervisor Suzanne Ritter. Her email is provided here, or the CTS Manager, Sarita Sanders. Her email is also provided at the bottom of this page. All right, so I'm going to backtrack out of this. Looks like I got a few more minutes. Good deal. So it looks like I will go through, so I got about 6 minutes left. And open up this assignment. Alrighty. So if you notice to the top left corner, it's this says PDF Transition Guide Questionnaire Plan PDF. Note the top section. Your grad 90 coordinator information would go here. Career transition specialist information would go here. Note that I'm not the grad 90 coordinator. It's going to be either Miss Cheatham or Miss Chapa. Miss Chapa is the one that handles the material distribution students, and Miss Cheatham handles all the construction students. Okay. I'm specifically the grad 90 instructor. Since I used to be a coordinator, I know just as much as the existing coordinators now, but so much more since I have been teaching this course. So make sure you include everything from grad 90 coordinator, transition specialist, your full name, date of birth, age, your current address. Note that if your address is going to be changing, in the next couple of days, you need to let us know. If for some reason in some of these sections, let's say like the home phone section, let's say you don't have a home phone number anymore, you're obviously only going to put down your cellular number with the info that you would put here in the home phone section. Just put NA. Make sure with a reference to your email, you provide your personal email, not the Job Corps. Let's see, the Facebook. It's up to you if you want to share this information. There is going to be other information that needs to be shared. What you may want to do, if you don't want to provide information here, I would suggest either putting NA or you put your LinkedIn address in this area. Let's see, with the trade, know that there is an arrow drop-down box to the right of the word other. Let's see, your alternate phone numbers / contacts. This is going to be like your emergency contacts. Like if for some reason, we can't get in touch with you because your phone's broken or you lost it. Consider these kind of like emergency contacts. For whatever reason, if we can't get in contact with you with your cell phone number, this is the next person that we go to. We can't get a hold of them, we go to the next person. These emergency contacts provide us the ability of sharing information quickly. Because let's say for whatever reason, and you did lose your phone, and money or a check had to be mailed out to you, or your certificates have to get mailed out to you, and we can't reach you. Well, we're obviously going to let the emergency contact people know, that we're holding on to a transition check, or we're holding on to a certificate that you need. We have to make sure that we can contact someone on your behalf. All right, so the housing section, note that it does have comment section. If you need to put comments because you're unsure, make sure you do that. Don't leave this blank and just put not required. There is some assistance for places to stay. So if you need a place to stay and we're able to help you, certainly identify which one of the three, and then put a specific comment on here so that way we know how to assist you thoroughly. Now, going down to these type of questions, I know obviously it says no on each one of those. If it doesn't apply to you, put NA. Now, let's say in this section it says, do you have a place to stay? And you wanted to switch this to yes. Well, obviously you put yes. And then right here you'd put, my parents' house or my sister's house or whoever it is that you're going to be living with. Don't just leave this blank. All right. Again, another section for transportation. If you're going to be using the bus or what's the share vehicles? What is it called? I can't even think of their names right now. But like Uber. You plan on using Uber? Identify that in one of these questions. It looks like you plan on carpooling. If so, with whom? What's your backup plan for primary mode of transportation? Again, you could put, if you're going to use Uber here, certainly do that, or the bus route, whatever it might be. But if you're unsure, don't just put not required. Make sure you identify with a comment if you're unsure how to answer the question. Same thing here for placement information. Do you have a local address? Let's say you have a current address for Texas, but you're going to be moving out to I don't know, Florida. Well, then you would obviously put no, and then address the information here. Use those comments, guys. These are essential for making this assignment very thorough or thoroughly answered. But if you don't use those comments, then we're not able to understand your answers correctly. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, there are some that may not be applicable to your situation. We'll try to assume this one right here. If you plan on attending school or college, you'd obviously put yes or no. Have you filled out FAFSA? If for some reason you don't plan on going to college, you make sure you identify, the information with NA, just like I stated earlier. And this section right here is about the military. If you don't plan on doing military, answer all the questions, put NA next to the ones that don't apply. If I start to see some of these blank, that means that you didn't go through it good enough, and I'm gonna send this back to you. All right, this section, very simple. One of the things the few things you're going to calculate are going to be your weekly salary, your yearly salary, and then last but not least, you're gonna do your weekly salary. Now you're going to take your weekly salary and multiply. We're going to multiply that by. I'm sorry. We're going to actually take your monthly salary and multiply that by each of these percentiles, right? So let's say you have $2,500 as your monthly salary amount. Well, then you would take that $2,500, 2,500, and multiply that by 0.35. Take that 2,500 and multiply that by 0.15, again by 0.15, 0.25, 0.10. Now, if you don't know how to calculate your weekly, your monthly, and yearly salary, you need to let me know so that way I can show you. Again, you're gonna have to know how to calculate your weekly salary, your yearly salary, and then your monthly salary. Okay? You're gonna need your monthly salary to calculate each of these percentiles. Okay, so again, you take your monthly salary, multiply that by 0.35, 0.15, 0.15, 0.25, and then 0.10. And if your answers are correct, a quick way to check yourself would be to add everything up. And if it adds up to that monthly salary, then you know you did everything correct. Right. So this next section briefly, because it looks like I'm a little bit over on my time. I know some of you may not be considering the option to relocate. So in this specific area, you're going to write out, where you plan to live, who you plan to live with, if you plan to live there for only 6 months and then go somewhere else. Make sure you put that information decisively into this section for plan a commitment declaration. I know it says take some time to detail your actual relocation plan. If you don't plan on relocating, just tell in a brief statement where you plan on living, how long you plan on living there, and if you plan on going somewhere else within the year or after a year, notate that information here. Again, I would hold off on doing the student signatures until the very end, until you've completed everything. Your student name is going to go here. You're going to print it. Let's see. You'll do your last four of your signature, last four of your Social Security. You can wait on this to. I would say this should be one of the last items right before you do your e-signature. You're going to want to do this section right before you do your signatures. All right. Now this career transition log, work in Texas. You can actually put. I want to say with this section, you would create your profile within work in Texas and supplement your resume. If you don't have your resume in there, just create your profile and then put the email down with which you logged in to the site with. Same thing here. Create your profile to Monster, Indeed, and if FAFSA, if you're going to go to college, you're just going to put you'll create your profile and supplement your resume if you have it. But basically, once you create your profile, then you put the username or the email that you use to log into Monster, Indeed, Work in Texas, and so forth. Okay. Remember, these are emails. All right. Next part is the CTS name, CTS phone number, email, supervisor, manager. You're going to have all this information sent to you via email. It was already sent out. I want to say it was I believe Friday, this past Friday. Let's say it should state CTS important information. It's going to have their name, email, supervisor, and manager information. Okay, so when you actually mail this out, there are specific directions for you to follow. To get credit for this is I'm going to need you to upload this to our classroom. Once it's done, you'll upload it there, but you'll also send this to specific people. It's going to be emailed. Um, the primary is going to be the CTS provider. Also included in that email is going to be your CTR grad 90, as well as the CTR / work-based learning supervisor, which is Miss Ritter. Okay. So the way I'm going to verify this was done is it gets uploaded to the classroom, but you're also going to email it to those 3 people. Okay. This is very important that you complete this, to the best of your knowledge. If you need some additional help, please let me know. All right. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and leave at that. Do not forget to do your signatures at the very last of the assignment. And once you supply it to the classroom and I go over it, then I'll more than likely give you directions as to, if it needs to be revised. Okay. This is very important, guys. I hope this little session that I provided you has given you a little bit of a benefit, or benefits you in completing the assignment. This is very important for your career plan. Just want to make sure that you know it, you know how to answer it, and submit this for credit. Again, before you do your grad 90 presentation or even start it, I recommend finishing this first. Okay. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit. So let's see. So I do believe everyone's done their participation assignment for the day. These are not hard. They just need to get done. Let's see. This one right here, the mandatory verify address, due Monday. This one's also due as well. Once you do the first 2, then you can start on your grad 90 presentation. Okay. And like I said, if you need any help, I will be in the office hours from 2:30 to 3:30. Again, these 3 items, 001, 002, 003, they're in order as to what you need to complete. Okay. Any questions? I'll meet y'all in the specified office hours after this session. Mr. Loya here, signing out. Have yourself a good afternoon.